you'll put the ticket to on hold and then awaiting customer still. Okay? Those are the scenarios that we can use the awaiting customer. Basta may additional information ka na kailangan pa kay user, may additional information to continue with your investigation about the issue, you'll use the awaiting customer as on hold reason to place the ticket in on hold status. Okay? So for awaiting vendor naman, it will reflect the assigned support team cannot progress on the investigation and or resolution of the incident at this point as there is a pending input or action from the vendor. So from example, so for a printer issue scenario, user is calling in having a printer issue, unable to set up the new printer na binili nila, and also you as a first level support, you'll assist the user and still having the same problem na hindi mo ma-set up or hindi mo ma-install si new printer to sa specific machine ni user. And then the other option for you to resolve it is to coordinate with the manufacturer of that printer. So, pero yung office hours naman ni manufacturer is not applicable na para tawagan. Hindi na pwedeng tawagan. You can place the ticket on hold and you can place it on hold versus awaiting vendor. That's how we use awaiting vendor. Okay? So for awaiting change, it will reflect the assigned support team cannot progress with the resolution of the incident at this point as they are waiting for related change to be performed. So change meaning common name ni change is maintenance. If there's a ongoing maintenance na nakaka-affect kay user na nag-call in si user having reporting na hindi sila makapag-log in kay Teams. Pero nung ni-report ni SME sa amin, kay Incident Coordinator, and us Incident Coordinator coordinate to MTalk, and they confirm that there is an ongoing change related to MS Teams. So kapag may ongoing maintenance na na-confirm, and we relate it back to SMEs, and SMEs informed you about the ongoing maintenance, you can place the ticket to on hold state as you inform the user there's ongoing maintenance happening. That's why they are having an issue logging in or using MS Teams. So you can put the on hold state to awaiting change because there is an ongoing maintenance about this reported issue. So that's how we use awaiting change. Related to any kind of maintenance or confirmed change ongoing, you can use awaiting change as an on hold reason. Okay? And lastly, and mostly used aside ka awaiting customer is awaiting internal. So awaiting internal, it reflects the assigned support team cannot progress on investigation and or resolution of the incident at this point as there is a pending input or action from another internal team. This state is also utilized for any kind of outage issues. So if there's a known outage, of course, us ICs will send a notification to everyone that there is an outage ongoing right now. So kapag may known outage, you can use awaiting internal kasi we're waiting for a workaround or update from the resolver team kung okay na yung issue or still ongoing. If they can provide the workaround, we'll inform. We'll send another notification. And then if for another way to use the awaiting internal, kapag may additional information ka or assistance ka needed sa mga support team like your SMEs, so may troubleshooting ka na hindi na nakikita kay KB, and then you communicated with your SME, and then SMEs is looking for another option to provide to your user and all, but it requires a lot of time. So you'll ask the user na we need more time. I'll call you back as soon as we find a proper resolution for their issue, and then you can place it on hold. You can place the ticket to on hold status, and then reason will be awaiting internal. Kasi internal meaning within our support na kailangan natin i-provide kay user. So tayo yung may kasalanan. Kaya awaiting internal. Pag awaiting customer, kay user naman na may kasalanan dahil we need additional information from them. Pag awaiting internal, we need additional assistance from our support team. Or if there's an outage, yes, of course, we are waiting for the update from the resolver team. Questions for the on-hold reasons about for the on-hold states.
None po for me.
Alright, thank you. How about others?
None din
Safe
po.
po, clear naman.
Clear naman?
None po.
Okay. Alright. Okay. So next, aside kay on hold state, we do have a resolve state. So this is our resolve status or resolution codes. Based kay incident, those are our resolution codes. So we do have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 resolution codes or valid resolution codes that we can use. So let's discuss it one by one, okay? So first is first contact resolved permanently. So issue is resolved by the service desk at the first call contact or resolve onset of the call with the user. So for all of the tickets handled and resolved by the same agent on the same day or within 24-hour window, the ticket should be tagged as first contact resolved permanently. Okay? So ito, disregard na to, sorry. So for call tickets, so call tickets meaning tickets created over the phone. Okay? So for call tickets, FCR is based on the first call communication with the user. If there is a follow-up email or callback agreement between user and agent, example, additional troubleshooting information validation, the ticket is resolved within 24 hours, agent should still tag it as FCR. So if a ticket is created regardless na may callback agreement kayo ni user or nag-request si user for a callback and you're still the same person who handled that ticket and was able to resolve the ticket within the 24-hour time frame, you will tag the ticket as first contact resolved permanently. Okay, scenario 1. If agent 2 receive an existing ticket for closure only, there will be no troubleshooting or any additional information required to be given to the user. Agent 2 will not own the ticket and will resolve it as FCR point to Agent 1. So, scenario. Scenario for a password reset. So, a password reset issue siya. So, user called in providing you an existing ticket. So, nakita nyo, yung ticket na yun is open and created by L1. So, bali siya si Agent 1. And you, as an Agent 2, na naka-receive ng call with an existing ticket, and user inform you to close the ticket because it is already resolved. Okay? So, without further troubleshooting, without providing additional information, just user request to close the ticket. All you need to do is to add work notes. So for example, itong on-hold ticket na to, ito yung existing ticket, and then you as an agent 2 who received this existing ticket, user informed na for ticket closure na, update mo lang to, dito mo lang lagay yung work notes mo. User called in, informed that the issue is resolved. The user request to resolve or close the ticket. So setting the ticket to resolve. So balik ganyan. So ganyan magiging notes mo. sample notes mo related to sa scenario. And then going to resolution code, it will be tagged as FCR kasi si user tumawag within the 24-hour time frame pa din, regardless na na-disconnect siya from agent 1. So for if the call, existing ticket and call is for ticket closure, request for ticket closure, and within 24-hour time frame, resolution code will tag as FCR permanently, and then ulitin mo na lang yung notes mo if you want. And then do not own the ticket, just leave it the way it is. Just hit resolve and that's it. Okay? That's for our scenario 1. Are we good po for scenario 1?
Yes po.
Yes po.
Okay. So next, scenario 2. For three-way calls, if L1 is in conference with the user and resolver, and the ticket is resolved within the call, agent should tag it as FCR. So for three-way calls, this is usually ano ba best example dito? For a network-related issue. So sometimes, mga network-related issue, si network team hindi kinukuha yung call, you as an L1 will become a bridge of the call. So parang magiging back and forth ka kay user and kay network team related about sa network issue. Kasi kapag ka network issue, you'll be troubleshooting related to a network troubleshooting, and if still doesn't work, and identified that the network is still not working, you'll communicate with our network team. You'll contact our network team, and the network team will check from their end what happened, what causes the issue, and then will ask information related to the issue, and you as an L1 will relay it to the user. So magiging back and forth ka. So ganong klaseng three-way call, and within that three-way call, na-resolve yung issue, and within the same call, resolve ang issue, you need to tag the ticket as FCR. Okay? Alright. Question po for scenario 2. Are we good?
Yes po.
Okay. Alright, so for scenario 3, for tickets that need coordination or conciliation with other support groups then resolved thereafter, it is considered as FCR. So, same goes with scenario 2 for three-way call. Kapag magtatanong ka lang kung may issue na about sa dito, about sa property na to, and they informed you na wala naman, and then naghang up ka na sa other line, and then na-identify mo na iba pala yung naging issue and it was resolved, it will be considered as FCR still. Okay? Alright, ganun po tayo sa scenario 3. So, scenario 4, for tickets opened by other support group, like CSCD desk, then assigned to a ticket to SDL1 during the call, Agent 1 owned the ticket and resolved it, considered it as FCR. So, may other support team na tumatawag din sa atin in behalf of the affected user. So, kapag ganun ang scenario or na-experience yung ganong klaseng call, and kasi opening nila sa inyo, this is Mary from CSC Lita Support. I have an user here is having a password-related issue. I would like to transfer them. Yung mga ganong klaseng agent na makakausap nyo. Mga internal support team natin from other support group. So, for example, they're from CSC Litas. So, CSC Litas, gumagawa din sila ng tickets, INC tickets. So, kapag may binigay silang INC tickets, they're the one who created it, and check nyo si assignment group. Check nyo si assignment group. If assignment group is assigned to service desk English L1, that's the time you'll own the ticket. Pag hindi naka-assign, naka-automatic assign sa atin yung ticket na create ni CEC Lites, do not own that ticket. You need to create your own ticket. Okay? Remember that, guys, okay?
Okay po, Miss.
Alright, how about others? Are we good so far sa scenario 3 and 4?
Yes po.
Yes. Alright. All good tayo, ha? Alright, so make sure na kapag may binigay silang INC ticket, do not proactively ask our resolver team to assign the ticket to L1 team. Kapag nagbigay sila ng ticket, make sure na naka-automatic assign na sa atin. That's the time we own the ticket. Pag hindi, don't make them assign it on our group. Okay? Do not, okay? Alright,
Okay.
remember that, guys. Alright, so next scenario for incorrect DOB or date of birth for managed employees. Kapag managed employees and ang issue nila is incorrect date of birth or upon authentication, mali ang date of birth nila, you will refer them, based on the process, you'll be referring them to their local HR to update their correct date of birth through PeopleSoft application that HR has. So, that kind of resolution, ang itatag nyo, it should be FCR. Okay? So, first contact result for all managed employees lang naman to. Pag incorrect DOB ang issue, and then managed employee, and then you'll refer them to local HR, your resolution code should be tagged as FCR permanently. Okay? Alright, so next, if the incident is related to any outage and the agent was able to resolve the issue at first contact during initial troubleshooting, the incident should be linked to SD Local Master. Ticket should be tagged as FCR. So, for example, scenario, there is an email outage. Hindi makapag-send or receive si user ng email. So, there is a known outage already. Tapos, may user na tumawag and I received it. So throughout the call, within the call, I informed the user right away. Hinedsapan ko na there's an existing outage or known outage about email that users having issues sending and receiving email. But then again, I'll still provide assistance to the user. So I did troubleshoot with on her Outlook or on his Outlook, try to reinstall or mag-create ng another profile and all. And I was able to resolve regardless na may outage. So regardless na may outage, make sure na yung SD local, yung known outage na yun, yung local ticket na kinreate ni IC na sinasend a notification on your Marriott emails, make sure that local ticket or SD local ticket should be placed here. So, for example, ito yung local ticket. So, make sure to tag to relate it to the parent incident field or paste it to the parent incident field under related records tab. Paste it here. Then, finish your documentation and add it on your documentation that you recreate profile. So, kunyari ito yung resolution nyo. Recreate profile, check email was able to send and receive. To send and receive. So regardless na may known outage, make sure to relate your ticket to that SD local ticket na kinreate namin. And then document the call, proper documentation, all troubleshooting na ginawa mo, kung ano yung naging resolution, ilagay mo dyan, and you'll still tag your ticket as FCR permanently. Okay? Kapag may known outage tayo. Yes po. May question po?
Wala po.
Okay. Okay, are we clear naman po for scenario 5 and scenario 6? Are we good po?
Yes po.
Okay, how about others po?
Question ko lang po dun sa scenario 5.
Yes po.
Paano po kung halimbawa ibang type of employee, halimbawa franchise or consultant, ganun pa rin?
Basically, for franchise, it will be a different resolution code that will be considered as third-party support already. For any kind of managed employees, kapag incorrect DOB, basta managed employee, ang resolution code should be tagged as FCR permanently. Pag other kind of employees like franchise, vendor, it will, and incorrect DOB siya, and you need to refer them to their local HR or to their access administrator or to their manager or what. Ang resolution code nyo na gagamitin will be third-party support na. Okay? Ato na siya.
Okay po.
Okay? Doon lang tayo magiging FCR kapag managed employee. Alright? So, wag tayo maguluhan, guys. Tandaan lang natin, managed employee lang ang itatag na FCR kapag incorrect date of birth ang issue. Okay?
May ano po ba yan? Halimbawa mali yung tag mo na FCR mo pero franchise naman. May ano po yan? QA or ano?
Yes po. It's part of a QA pa rin naman because of the ticket management. So, technically, mababawasan yung score mo sa QA kasi yung ticket management is not properly followed. So, heads up for our QA, they are by the book. Most of our QA are by the book. So, make sure to properly follow our process. Okay?
Okay po. Thank you.
Alright po. You're welcome po. Any questions, guys? Questions, clarifications so far from scenario 1 to scenario 6 before I proceed?
All clear po.
How clear? How about others, guys? All good? Okay. Alright, so next, scenario 7. For tickets that have undergone supervisory call or sub-call, tickets and resolve onset of the call, Agent 1 should tag it as FCR. The assignee must still be Agent 1 and not the one who handled the sub-call unless team leader SME proactively assigned the ticket to himself or herself. So for any email or callback agreement with the user and resolve within 24 hours, Agent 1 or whoever had the sub-call should tag it as FCR. So, example, scenario, me as an agent, there is an onset sub-call, nag-request a user, onset of the call. Nag-request a user for a supervisor call. So, naghanap ako ng SME or any team lead available. So, kinuha ni team lead, dahil available, team lead lang available, kinuha ni team lead yung sub-call, and then, si team lead, na-assist naman niya yung need or nabigay naman niya yung need ni user. So, natapos yung call. So, within the 24-hour time frame or within that call, natapos ni lead yung issue and provided a proper resolution na satisfy niya yung need ni user, and ticket should be tagged as FCR permanently. Okay? So, hindi ko kunin niya ni team lead not unless na may additional request si user or additional issue. There is a possibility si lead or whoever had the sub-call, i-own niya yung ticket. It will be a case-to-case scenario. Alright? So, pero, technically, a normal sub-call natin, si team lead or SME lang mag-handle ng sub-call, pero ang tagging ng ticket, it will still be under your name. So, if ever, so baka maguluhan kayo. So, if ever na nataranta kayo because first call nyo for live call at wag naman sana is a sub call. And then, you ask for a soup call assistance, and then one of the SMEs or team leads will get it. Do not assign the ticket to them. Okay, leave it under your name, and then check if as the person who had that soup call, if it's already finished. So double check nyo yung notes nila kung tapos na din before you resolve the ticket. Okay? To make sure within
Okay.
24-hour time frame pa din. Kapag outside 24-hour time frame natapos yung soup call or natapos yung assistance kay user, it will be different kind of resolution code. Pero kapag within 24-hour time frame na-resolve yung issue ni user, na-satisfy si user do sa assistance na pinivide ni supervisor na nag-take ng soup call, it will be tagged as FCR permanently. Okay? Questions, concerns, clarification?
Ano po yung resolution or identification pag more than 24 hours?
So, more than 24 hours, so any kind of more than 24-hour issue, kapag doon ka nakapagbigay ng resolution, that will be considered as resolved permanently. Okay? That will be resolved permanently, more than 24 hours. I'll further discuss the resolve permanently later on after we finish the FCR permit. Pero pag beyond 24 hours, it should be tagged as resolved permanently, not FCR anymore. Okay?
Okay po. I don't know po if na-ask na po ito. For example po, manghingi ng supervisor si customer. Magta-try po ba kami mag-de-escalate? Like, or diretso po ibibigay sa available na support?
Actually, we don't have any de-escalation process. Alright, so far. So, pero if we need to delay it kasi we still looking for available supervisor, you can de-escalate it still. It's fine. Alright. Pero kapag talaga they insist, just update the user while waiting for an available supervisor. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome po. Any clarification, concern, guys? For the scenario 7. For scenario 7. Clarification, questions.
None po.
Okay. Alright, so let's proceed with scenario 8. So for any kind of endorsed ticket, so there is no initial contact attempt by Agent 1 yet. So then Agent 2 performed troubleshooting, provided additional information, and tagged it as FCR. Okay, so for endorsed tickets, these endorsed tickets are the tickets created by the user in our service portal. So, si service portal, doon nakikreate si user kapag hindi tayo, pag queuing tayo, minsan queuing tayo, they are creating na lang yung mga service portal tickets. And once na-create si user ng service portal tickets, us ICs will assign it to the next available agent based on our tracker. Okay? So, once we assign that to the next available agent, and then yung agent na nakakuha ng ticket na yon, hindi available sa kanya yung time ni user, and then in-endorse niya sa'yo within the team, in-endorse niya yung ticket within the team, and then that agent 2 or yung teammate na yun na nag-receive na endorsed ticket, and nakita niya walang initial contact na ginawa si Agent 1, yung teammate niya. So, ang mangyayari, once na kinolbakan ni Agent 2 or ni teammate yung endorsed ticket na binigay sa kanya or ni-receive niya, ang mangyayari doon, yun na magiging initial contact ni user, and the resolution of that ticket will be under Agent 2 na. Alright, so i-own na yan ni Agent 2 kasi kailangan mag-perform ng troubleshooting and kailangan na mag-provide na additional information kay user. So once na na-satisfy si user do sa troubleshooting or assistance na pinrovide and the issue is resolved, Agent 2 will own the ticket and tag it as FCR permanently. Kapag yung endorsement is still within 24-hour time frame from the day the ticket got opened. Okay? So, for example, yung ticket na to, so, kunyari, December 17 na, today. So, si Eva na pinag-assign ng ticket, nakita niya yung availability ni user is not matching dun sa shift niya. So, in-endorse niya itong ticket na to dun sa ka-teammate niya na within dun sa time frame ng shift ni teammate and then the user. So, in-endorse niya. So, si teammate na to, ni-receive niya to, and then was able to assist the user and then was able to resolve the issue within the 24-hour time frame that will be tagged as FCR resolve permanently or FCR permanently. Pero kapag nag-beyond 24-hour time frame siya and the issue was resolved, no initial contact created, resolution code will be tagged as resolved permanently. Okay? So from the day it was open, kapag endorsed ticket, double check nyo muna kung within 24-hour time frame pa na-resolve nyo yung ticket, you'll tag the ticket as FCR permanently. Pero kapag beyond 24 hours, it will be tagged as resolved permanently. Okay? Okay? Alright po. Question. So far for endorsed tickets?
None po for me.
Alright, how about others?
None po.
Okay. Alright, so last scenario for call tickets. So redirecting user to log through Marriott sites, example, Identity Center, RITM, or Service Portal. So anything na maglalog si user ng ticket through our Marriott resources, it will be tagged as FCR permanently. Okay? Alright, kung ang resolution nyo kay user, so for example, or scenario, user is calling in would like to access an Outlook application. Nakita nyo, na-verify nyo or na-identify nyo na si user is a new employee. Kapag new employee, automatic, there is no license available. So, kapag no license, you'll need to inform the user they need to request for an Office 365 service request kay Identity Center. And then, once na ganong klaseng resolution ay ipoprovide nyo,